boxing IQ. You need power. You need real power.
Artur Beterbiev is set to take on Dmitry Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight title, and everyone's guessing who will come out on top. Two unbeatable champs, but only one will walk away with all the belts. Who's it going to be?
How do you feel seeing it there and going into this fight?
Most experts can't seem to pick a winner between these two.
It will be a very interesting fight. I still maybe do think that Bivol will win, but it's a 50-50 fight. You know, it'll be interesting to see.
Artur Beterbiev, the unified WBC, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight champion, absolutely crushed Liverpool's Callum Smith in his last fight back in January, making it clear he's a force. Now the stage is finally set for the highly anticipated bout against WBA Super and IBO champion Dmitry Bivol.
I don't know, we talk about fight, but we never fight.
Both men are at the top of their game, and it's shaping up to be one of the toughest fights of their careers. The tension is building, and everyone's wondering, who will be the last man standing?
I felt Bivol was, the tougher fight. He's all-around fighter, but both fighters are very skilled. Beterbiev, he's very...
Most experts can't seem to pick a winner between these two undefeated champions. And we know you're curious about their predictions. Well, let's just say opinions are divided, and this fight's got everyone on edge. Abel Sanchez, a seasoned boxing trainer, had an interesting take on the Beterbiev versus Bivol fight. Great matchup. Both fighters with extensive successful credentials. I think they are being pushed into a fight neither fighter wants, politically, although our sport needs it, the best taking on the best. While he respects both men's abilities, Sanchez believes the real game changer will be the work done in the corner. I believe the outcome will come down to the corner that makes the best adjustments. In my opinion, Beterbiev has the most experienced corner. Mark Ramsey will be able to reach back on experience, will direct and provide the calm instructions to win a tough, very close 12-round fight. It's clear Sanchez expects this one to go the distance, with every moment potentially swinging the outcome. Mitch Mitchell, a retired light heavyweight boxer, shared his thoughts on the upcoming showdown, and his respect for both fighters is clear. I have huge respect for both boxers and think they are both the best light heavyweights ever to be around. I would be leaning towards Artur Beterbiev to win by KO. I can't see him being beat. With his experience in the ring, Mitchell believes Beterbiev's power will be too much for anyone to handle, making this a fight to watch. Wayne Alexander, a former British, European, and world champion, weighed in on the highly anticipated fight between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. He's got high hopes for this matchup, stating, Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol has all the attributes to a truly great fight. Both are undefeated world champions and are both still hungry for more success. Beterbiev is so strong and powerful and is one of the P4P hardest hitters in world boxing, but I believe that Bivol is excellent in every department of the sport, apart from power punching. I think that he has the class, skills, footwork, movement, and ring IQ to win a very exciting, all-action 12-rounder on points. In Alexander's view, this fight promises to be an electrifying clash, with both champions showcasing their talents in the ring. Oscar Pick, a writer for BBN, laid out his thoughts on the big fight. My prediction is that Dmitry Bivol will win the fight on points. While Artur Beterbiev's performance against Callum Smith was destructive, it told us nothing that we did not know already. The 38-year-old simply reminded fans that he is still one of the biggest punchers in the sport, despite murmurs that he is on the decline. Oscar isn't backing down from the reality of this matchup, though. But against Bivol, a fighter who has shown virtually no signs of vulnerability in 22 professional bouts, the unified world champion will have a harder time imposing himself on his opponent. In my view, Bivol's quicker feet and elite IQ will see him clinch the rounds against a more static and hittable light heavyweight, though he might have to overcome some gut-check moments, with Beterbiev unlikely to stop marching forward at any point. Oskari Metz, a European title contender, has a lot to say about the upcoming fight. He starts off with excitement saying, "What a fight! Bivol's a great boxer and he's very smart in the ring. He has great distance control and ring generalship, and I think he hits harder than some people give him credit for. Beterbiev, on the other hand, is a beast in the ring and isn't showing any signs of slowing down. Metz believes Beterbiev's impressive boxing skills. His boxing skills are also overshadowed by his punching power. It's not going to be an easy fight for either of them, but I believe Beterbiev will eventually catch Bivol with something big. Beterbiev by KO. With that, Metz sets the stage for what promises to be an explosive battle in the ring. Steve Wood from VIP Promotions has some intriguing thoughts on the upcoming showdown. He says, after the Smith destruction, it would be easy to go with Beterbiev and hard to go against him. But I can see Bivol boxing clever to a points win. It's a classic clash of brute strength versus clever strategy, and fans can't help but feel the tension rising as they wonder who will come out on top. Buram Sileimani, a boxing promoter, can hardly contain his excitement about the upcoming clash. He says, "The fight between Beterbiev and Bivol is a mega fight that the whole boxing world is looking forward to. After Beterbiev's last performance, things get very exciting. This isn't just any fight. It's the kind that makes fans sit on the edge of their seats." Roy Jones Jr. weighed in on the upcoming showdown and confidently declared Bivol the favorite. He pointed out some key reasons, saying, "No, it's not a 50-50 fight. 1. Beterbiev is much older. Beterbiev has been down. Bivol has never been down. Bivol has been in there with who at the time was the pound-for-pound best in Canelo Alvarez and made him look like nothing."
1. Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Bivol never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like nothing.
He didn't hold back, emphasizing, "So it's not a 50-50. Beterbiev has got everything to show me to bring it back to a 50-50 fight. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40.
Well, I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage.
While acknowledging Beterbiev's impressive skills and power, he added, "Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and one hell of a fighter and has awesome power, but he has also been down and I see it is, if someone else has knocked you down, then I've got to get you down. You understand me? Now, it's one hell of a punch to walk through to get him down, though. So, it's a very dangerous game to play, because Beterbiev is the best punch probably ever in that division, so it's a great fight."
A hell of a fighter and has awesome power, but he also has been down. So it's like when I look at that, I always look at stuff from where I used to see things therefore.
With that, he painted a picture of a thrilling battle ahead, full of risks and high stakes, where every punch could change everything. Tim Rickson, the BBN editor, shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight. He said, "I have always picked Bivol to win this fight for a long time, but after last night's demolition job, I'm rethinking my decision. Beterbiev looked invincible against Callum Smith, and he made a skilled, powerful, experienced world-class operator look very basic. Smith is a fantastic fighter, but Beterbiev barely got out of third gear and just made it look so easy, which is testament to just how good and formidable he is." Rickson highlighted Beterbiev's impressive record, adding, "His record, amateur and pro, speaks for itself. One of only a very few number of men to defeat Oleksandr Usyk, so he is an elite champion, pound for pound, top 10. Bivol is such a master of range, arguably the best in the world across all weight classes at judging the distance and keeping his opponents on the end of his gloves." He explained the intriguing clash of styles. "So it's such a perfect stylistic matchup, with AB as a pressure fighter, who likes to smother his foes with power punches and not allow them any breathing space, up against a tall, rangy, intelligent boxer who fights on the outside and can always fight his own fight and not get drawn into wars. What's great is that these two are at the top of their game right now, so we're getting the fight at a good time and not 5 years too late, as is so often the case in boxing." In the end, he admitted, "I think I'm still leaning towards Bivol to win on points, but it's whether he can become the first man in the world to be able to keep the Russian off him." With such suspense in the air, every moment leading up to the fight feels electric. Marshall Kaufman, the King's boxing promoter, made his prediction clear with confidence. He stated, I must go with Bivol, who has the superior boxing skills and the amateur background to go along with that. I think it will be a very good fight, but I must go with Bivol in this fight by decision. Kaufman believes that Bivol's sharp skills and solid experience will shine through, making this match a thrilling showdown. Chinese boxer Zhile Zhang shared his thoughts with a confident flair, saying, "They're both great fighters, but Beterbiev will hurt him and probably end this fight with a knockout. I think Beterbiev's power will overwhelm Bivol's in-and-out footwork and his skill set. I think Beterbiev is just way too strong." Zhang believes that no matter how nimble Bivol is, Beterbiev's raw strength and knockout power will be too much to handle. Johnny Nelson weighed in on the matchup with a confident tone, saying, "Great fight. Beterbiev beats Bivol. Bivol is a great fighter, world-class fighter, but styles make fight. Beterbiev's style is too tight, too compact, too consistent, and amazingly strong." Nelson went on, "He's not an idiot. He's a clever fighter, but so is Bivol. But Bivol is a little more open out of the two, and that is a minor detail. I'd go for Beterbiev." Alexander Usyk shared his thoughts on the fight, saying, "I guess Bivol. He has good legs, good movement. I watched the fight with Canelo Alvarez. Good boxing, defending, counterpunch, and combos. Looks like he's picking the smarter, more tactical fighter." Teddy Atlas shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight, saying, "He's slowing down, he's cutting up easier, and he's 38 years old with 300 amateur fights. A lot of tough fights in the pros. He's aging. Nobody beats Father Time." Atlas acknowledged Beterbiev's strengths, but was clear about his concerns, stating, "I never will rule out Beterbiev. He's got power. He's got character and pride. But yeah, I got Bivol a solid favorite." Atlas pointed out that Bivol might just take control in the later rounds, suggesting, "I think there's a good chance he stops him late in the fight, either by cuts or by just an endless barrage of punches. Beterbiev is not a defensive wizard, where the referee would probably have to stop it or his corner would have to stop it. So in his eyes, it looks like Bivol's skills and strategy could outlast the aging powerhouse." Blair Cobbs didn't hold back when he talked about the upcoming clash. "Artur Beterbiev has unbelievable strength and power. I don't know how Bivol is going to be able to fight somebody like that. I don't see Bivol being able to survive something like that, but it will be very interesting."
Strength and power. I don't know how Bivol's going to be able to fight somebody like that.
But Cobbs also recognized Bivol's skills, pointing out that Bivol could land too many punches on Beterbiev, mess around, and start piling on points.
Could land too many punches on Beterbiev and mess around and start piling on points.
He ended on a high note, full of excitement. "That's going to be a very exciting fight. It's going to be worth looking at. I can't wait to see that one."
It'll be a very exciting fight. That is something to worth looking at. I can't wait to see that one.
So while he's cautious about Bivol's survival against the powerhouse, he's all in for the thrill of the matchup. Viewers, Dmitry Bivol is a big deal in boxing, known as an honored master of sports in Russia. With a crazy record of 283 amateur fights and 268 wins, he's tough to outsmart in the ring. Most boxing fans won't even spot the mistakes he makes, if there are any. As a pro, he takes down opponents round after round, never letting up. His last 9 fights all ended with the referee deciding the winner, and it doesn't matter if he's facing a no-name fighter or a superstar like Saul Canelo Alvarez. They all feel the pain until the final bell. In his most recent bout back in December, Bivol fought Lyndon Arthur and, true to form, dismantled him like everyone else. He unleashed a flurry of punches, even knocking Arthur to his knees with a brutal liver shot, all while looking like he wasn't even tired. On the other side, we have Artur Beterbiev, another honored master of sports with a stellar amateur record. He's claimed the World Championship and the European Championship twice and is unbeaten in his pro career, with every victory coming before the final round. Beterbiev doesn't overcomplicate things in the ring. His straightforward style seems simple, but it's deadly effective. No one has figured out how to stop him yet. Even when the fight gets tough, like against Anthony Yard, he knows exactly when to land that knockout punch. In his last fight in January, Beterbiev faced Callum Smith. He cornered Smith and completely disrupted his taller opponent's game plan, which relied on keeping Beterbiev at bay with jabs. The fight ended in the 7th round when Beterbiev landed a sharp hook that knocked Smith down. Even though he got back up for a moment, it was no use. Beterbiev kept coming until Smith's corner threw in the towel to save him from more punishment. Now, Bivol stands out as a more technical and smarter fighter than anyone Beterbiev has faced before. But Artur's team is confident that nothing will change in their strategy. They believe they can handle whatever Bivol throws their way. The highly anticipated bout for the undisputed light heavyweight championship between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is just 3 weeks away, set to take place at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh on October 12th.
Just wonder, do you have a message for Dmitry Bivol now that he's here?
He know already.
Dmitry?
Beterbiev boasts a perfect record of 20 wins with 20 knockouts and holds the IBF, WBC, and WBO titles. Despite this, many fans see him as the underdog against the WBA champion Bivol, who is undefeated with 23 wins, including 12 by knockout. At 33, Bivol is younger, faster, and more agile than the 39-year-old Beterbiev. However, Bivol will need to adjust his style, as he often gets hit while throwing combinations. Beterbiev has knocked out every opponent he's faced, showcasing his power in recent wins over tough fighters like Callum Smith and Anthony Yarde. The stakes are high. The winner could face WBC interim champion David Benavidez next. Plus, Canelo Alvarez is eyeing a rematch with Bivol if he wins. After losing to Bivol in 2022, Canelo is eager for revenge, and a fight for the undisputed title at 175 pounds would be huge. With so much on the line, this fight promises to be nothing short of thrilling. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates and insights on this epic matchup and all things boxing.